Here we have some really ugly old fans. They're old enough where, I guess at this time period, nobody really cared if a baby could stick their head through the grate. If they work, I don't know, but we're gonna try to see if they at least come on. One of them has a plug on it, but one of them doesn't. One is a Robbins and Myers, and the other one is a, I can't even read it, a Handy Breeze, but it is UL listed, it looks like. Anyway, I'd be curious to know if these things actually work, so we're going to rip them apart, put a power plug on the one, and let's see if we can make them one or both or whatever. Let's just see what they do. I think it'll be kind of cool. Ugly fans, very ugly fans. Let's see which one should we... I guess do this one first because it has the what do you call it? The plug still on it. It has a switch on the back. It looks like it has what do they call that? Oscillating? Looks like it's an oscillating fan. It's got a very heavy base, but I guess it would need a heavy base so it doesn't tip over. This for sure is not the original cord. I believe it's way too long, first of all, but I don't know. It's got a big crunch right there. I don't think it's through and through, but it's pinched from the, it looks like it was pinched probably from the, this base maybe. It got pinched in the little joint right there. Huh. I guess this is the mechanism for the oscillating. Let's see, can you tilt it back? I think you can. I think you loosen that wing nut right there. And it can tilt, yeah, it tilts back. Very primitive. Alright, anyway, let's see. See if we can get a baby out here to put their finger in there. Oh, their head. Well, this one's much wider. This one has much wider space between the grates. Let's see, let's plug it in. Let's move this back a little bit. Let's see if we can, hang on a second. There you go. Alright. Let's see if we can make it work. We're going to plug it in. Here's the plug that's on there, very old looking. Of course it's cracked, which kind of ruins whatever it may have been for its age. Who knows if it's grounded. Let's test that first. I wonder, let's try it. Let's plug it in and give it, oh look at that, it actually started turning immediately. Look at that. You imagine that? Who knows how long this has been sitting, and yet it actually turns. It's making some grinding noise. Ooh. But it's working. I don't want to be the one sticking my fingers in it. I was going to test it to see if, what do they call that, a high pot test, to see if there's any voltage on the case, if it's grounded properly. And I could see, curious to see how much the how much amperage it uses. I have a bunch of those kilowatt devices. I went to a sale and this guy had everything he had in his house had one of those things plugged in. So I don't know what he was doing. It was kind of strange, but I was able to get all of them. Let me go grab that box and I'll be right back. We're back. Alright, so anyway, that's a good plug for those radios. There's another one, look at that. We'll put those on the side. Anyway, yeah, I had this guy had like literally, I don't know, 50 of these. It was amazing. I got as many as I could grab. That one's not, oh there it is right there. there's some of them are different models, but a smoke and carbon monoxide detector. But I'll get rid of that thing too. I don't know if I would use an old, but I mean, there's just, I don't know. I think, oh, there's a flashlight in there too. Look at the, something tells me that the back is kind of jammed. I'm sure that's no good. Yeah, I could see garbage in the light there in the front, so I probably had, I've seen so many of these mag lights with exploded Duracells in it, so that doesn't really surprise me much. But yeah, there's a whole, we got a bunch of these. A couple of different models, I think. I don't know what the differences are, but they all pretty much look the same. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a dozen of them here. Well, let's use that one, I guess. What's the difference between those? Look a little different. What do you think the difference is between those two? I don't know. Let's take one of each and see. I think those are the only two. Oop. That one looks new. It still has the paper on the lens. Oh. Yeah, the estate sale that I went to, that guy had these plugged into everything, and he had, I mean, it's amazing. A family member had said that he was kind of an eccentric guy, obviously, and he was one of those people that was always worried about people spying on him and radio waves, doing all kinds of weird stuff. Anyway, let's see. I don't know if I can, let's plug it in here. Does it even work? Turn it up. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's turn that fan on. This is 120 volts. How do you use this thing? Menu? I can't see it. Hang on a second. Let's see. So how do you do, what do you do there? Elapsed time, volt, cost. What's that, rate? I guess you can do other things with it. Interesting. I don't know what cost. Let me see, go back to volt. Up and down. Power factor, I guess. Maybe frequency. VA. Watts. There you go. Watts is good. Let's see what it does on watts. Turn that fan on. 71, 70 watts, 65. It's going down. It's picking up speed. It's only 51. Oh, it's actually oscillating now too. What does else do? VA. Power factor 0.65. What does it do when we turn it off? Let's see. It should go to 0, you'd think, right? 22, 1. Actually, 1, I guess, would be, let's see, volts, amps. So it uses about a 6.64 amps. Huh. That's interesting. I guess, I don't know. It's just a fan, right? Just a crazy fan. Let's try to oil it and see. If I put some oil, I don't know. You know what, I'm going to check just to make sure first. Let's grab this multimeter here and make sure there's no, make sure that there's no voltage to the grounds. Let's go to AC volts. Just touch it somewhere where there's bare metal. Touch it to ground. Look at that, actually. Watch this. Look. Go to ground and touch a piece of metal. And we got 25.6 volts. I don't know if you can see that or not. You see that meter? This is from the ground pin of the socket. So we got 25 volts from the ground. 3 volts to the neutral. That's weird. That's very strange. These have a these outlets have a, let's see, we have to use this thing, I think. They have a, those safety things in there, so you can't stick something in there. Let's try like that on this machine here. Yeah, look at that, 23 volts, so something's happening. If we turn it on, let's see, let's plug it back in. It's kind of crazy, actually. But you know, I don't know who wired this fan. If you turn it on, it goes down to 16 volts. If you could see that or not. I think the wire's in the way. It went down to 16 volts. Very strange, very strange. Anyway, I think it's safe enough. We're not going to use it anyway. Let's just plug it in. I mean, let's go ahead and, oh yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's very dirty, but I wonder if these fans are worth doing anything to. Let's use a little, let's see, we got some tree in one oil right here. Oh. We should have an open one here somewhere. There you go, here's an open 3-in-1 Earl. Let's see if we can get just a tad in there. There you go. I can't tell, there's like something in there, but I can't tell if it's supposed to be in there, if it's just crap that had I think it's just like hair and stuff that had built up over time. Yeah, that's what it is. I've seen on a lot of old motors like this, sometimes there's like a little piece of leather or something in there that's saturated with oil, but I wouldn't think this would have it. Well, you know what, it freed it up quite a bit actually, putting a little bit of oil in that spot. Let's see if it, let's turn it back on, see if the amperage is any less. Let's see, how do you do this again? Power factor is about the same. Oop, let's go to... Yeah, it looks like it's about the same. 50 watt, what was it before? It was a little higher, I think, before, about 65 watts. So putting a drop of oil. Huh. It blows a bit of air. It actually blows a bit of air. Look at that, the battery had died. Sorry about that. We got a new one in there. As I said, I put my arm across it, and the back of my wrist actually hit the blade. These are very dangerous fans. Anyway, let's look at the other one real quick. Let's put this on the floor. Get that extremely long cord. Somebody, I guess, thought it was okay to put a very thin, very long cord on there. So this one, the blades don't look bent on it. And the other one too, the other one seemed to be pretty balanced. Where would the cord go on this? I guess we could try to open this one. I don't know, these... Probably just get rid of these anyway, so I would never use them. I don't know. I'm not sure if these are collectible models or not, but I offered them to somebody a little while back, and I never got a response, so it's probably not anything that's worth anything. So here's this doesn't look good. You got a piece of thin copper wire. Actually, no, maybe that's just where we got the switch. We got a wire with a wire nut, another wire, and that. So maybe it's got look at the weight. It's got a counterweight on the back there. Look at that. Ugh, it's pretty dirty. I have I went ahead and grabbed some of this cord. I have different sizes of this lamp cord here, and this was the the thinnest one. I don't know if you can see that. I'll move this forward a little. This is the thinnest that I had. I don't know what size it is, but it's pretty thin. I don't know. And the reason is because I have these plugs too that go right onto the. You don't have to wire them. You just kind of push it onto the. You just push it right onto the wire, and they require a pretty thin cord. You can't. The heavier gauge wouldn't fit in there, and I remember that from something else that I had worked on. So how do you use that? I guess you put it in here. Although this plug actually looks like it may. Let's see if I have other plugs. I have these white ones. You know, I got a few of those. Maybe that one is for a heavier gauge. I don't know. I don't. These plugs came from. I think I said in another video that I went to at a estate sale and the guy had made his own cabinets, and these were in some of the drawers. These. Yeah. See this one. This is about the widest that you could fit, and. You know, oddly enough, this is polarized. I don't know. I mean, the one with the tracer on there, so when you look at these wires, the wire with the tracer, so sometimes you got a white line, a black line, and this is a brown cable. It has like little ribs on the, I don't know if you could see that, but there's little ribs on one of the conductors, and that's usually the neutral. So if you're putting a plug like this on there, you want to line that up. That's polarized. You want to line that up with the larger pin. The larger pin is neutral. The larger pin is neutral. And let's see. You know, the edge of it should be cut square. This is square enough. We're not going to use this anyway, but you know what? It's not even working. Why isn't it even? Did it go all the way in? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. So I need to do it this way, actually. I need to do it this way. So it seems like it's all the way in. Yeah. It's okay. It works. So let's just go ahead and... See, you made a little pierce in there. So let's cut that off now. Now that we'll cut it as straight as we can. That looks good. Now you always got to remember to put this this part in there, and then this butte right here. Let's see, we got to line it up with the larger pin, and we can see that the little piercing pin is right there. So the tracer is going to go in the up position. Push it in as far as it goes. Squeeze the pins together. And that's it. Shove it in there. Shove it into the hole. Plug it. No, I'm just kidding. We don't plug it in there. Although you probably could. It wouldn't do anything. Power cords. By standard is 6 feet, right? 6 feet. I think every once in a while you'll see a cord that's about 8 feet long. But code is appliances code. The codes, and I'm pretty sure it's national code, is there has to be an outlet within reach of 6 feet. So wherever you are in the room, you have to be able to reach an outlet within 6 feet. So usually power cords are 6 feet long. So what can we do here? Let's see. We're not going to go too crazy. We're just going to use, just to try it, I'm just going to use electrical tape. I'm not going to go nuts here. Now this one wire here, although it's, I don't know, it doesn't look like there's much holding it on. Let's turn the soldering on, and maybe you could scrape that off possibly, but do I have wire nuts handy in here? I don't have to go look for them. I should have some somewhere. You know, I have these. Yeah, I do. We can probably. There's little black ones or blue. It's going to either be a black or a blue. So we could try that. Now, you know, to be safe, you know, we'd want to have the neutral connected, you know, grounded, but something tells me none of this is going to be grounded. And this wire, I'm sure, has a coating on it. I don't want to rip it out of the motor. I'm going to try to... The best, I mean, you could scrape it, but the best thing to do is solder, put a little solder on so you know for sure. But, you know, it's making right there for sure. Yeah, and the motor is isolated from ground, but if something shorted in there and this wasn't grounded, you'd have 120 volts, so grounding it would be the way to go, but we're not going to do that today. We're just going to mess around. I guess we could put the... What does this go? This is, I guess that's the switch. I don't even know. I assumed that the wire came out of the back here, maybe? I don't know. The screw went in the middle, and then there's a little... Where do you think that cord came through? You think it came through here? I just don't know. Can we see that? I don't know. Did it go through? It looks like it went through the bottom here. I'm assuming that a lot of old equipment, you know, it's interesting that they put a knot, right? They just put a little knot in the cord, and that's what they rely on strain relief. You know, for strain relief for the plug is a knot. But this doesn't matter. We're just gonna mess around with it. Is that long enough? I think it is. We'll be all right. So we'll put the neutral. I'm not going to ground it either. We'll just go ahead. Watch, this thing's going to explode. The one with the tracer is neutral. We'll put the let's see, we'll put the hot line, the hot to the switch. This way, when the switch is off, you'll always have a neutral, although, again, it doesn't matter. You know, it's funny, it's pretty much the same wire nut that was already in there. I don't even know where these wire nuts came from. Let's put a little solder on that. I could see it's a different color, so I know I definitely stripped it. But does anybody find interest in these old fans like this? I have a couple more of these. If let me see here. I felt bored today, so I thought I would just do this. Just for the heck of it, they were in my way, and I was just trying to decide if I should get rid of these today. And I thought, you know what? We'll make a 30-minute boring video out of it. Maybe somebody will watch it. Let's see. Now this wire, again, you know, if it touches, it's not a big deal because it is neutral, but let's see if it's long enough. Did I make? Oh, here's a tag right there. Robbins and Myers. What is that? It's AC current, 0.65 amps. We didn't test this one, but what is that? ZE or yeah, ZE. I don't know if that's a model number. It says list number 20004. Springfield, Ohio, made in USA. UL listed. She's a beaut. She's a beaut clock. Let's get it. Oop, you know what? Let's see. I would just. Ooh, what was that? I heard a snap. You know what? That snap was actually the piece of wire that was actually the piece of wire that's going to the bottom of the motor here. That's how dry this is. I'm just going to shove a piece of tape over it. because I don't know. That's definitely the, you know, for coming off the hot side. But we're just messing around. We're not going to use this anyway. How did this go? I should have paid better attention. I think it was this way anyway. Alright, let's see what happens. This goes on the bottom. We'll just... That's stuck through the top here. I guess we can lay it down. I'm not sure if this wire is supposed to be this way or not. I don't know if it's supposed to go through that hole. And now that I have it this way, I don't think so. Unless it went underneath like this, it's possible. Yeah, you know what? It actually fits that way. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It's pretty tight. But there's like a little... oh, let me see. There's like a little indentation right there. Maybe this indentation is just enough for that little... Nah, it can't be because... you know what? Here it is right here. That's where the wire comes through. Alright. We got to take this back off. We got to take it back off. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. But that's okay. It'll just take a second. Isn't this fun? Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Think you can get that knot out? Let's see. Yep, she comes right out like nobody's business. Comes out like nobody's business. There's a New York saying right there. Like nobody's business. Alright, so this one's the, again, this one is the hot. It's so hot. She's so hot. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Alright, let's see. Here's the nice, beautiful piece of copper wire that, you know, let's see, I think we need to do a little more, I'm going to put a little more solder on that. It's amazing to me, as old as that wire is, that the insulation on there is still good. And the heat from the soldering iron didn't break it. It's going to be enough for what I'm doing here, but it didn't. It was only on the one side. It's a good thing that copper wire cooled down quickly. Oh, a piece broke off. Did the piece break off that I saw? That's the problem when you got thin copper wire. When you do this, you know, you make a little nick in it or whatever. And, the heck with soldering. You know, it gives it a nice point to fatigue. So, not a good idea. And it's just, seriously guys, seriously, come on. Alright, you know what? We're just going to solder it on. Nutso. This is the Nutso wire. Get in there. Get some solder in there. There you go. A little bit of solder. Put some heat shrink if I was going to do a better job. Let's see, can you get that wire not screwed on there? Alright, we're putting the blue one in there. It's going to wind up, I'm going to stress it and it's going to break off the motor, I just know it. So in here, we just have to stay, I'm not going to worry, I wouldn't leave it like this anyway, so we're just going to try it. So I just want to get it back together, just so we can plug it in. So I'm not too worried. I'll remove it. If I give it away to somebody, which I'm going to do, either give it away or donate it or toss it, one of the three. But I'll make sure that cord is either on right, if it works, or just remove it. I wouldn't give it away like this. I think it would be kind of dangerous to do it. So, usually when I do something like this that's dangerous, I'll plug it into a power strip. Right, and this way it'll blow the power strip instead of my circuit breaker. Alright, so we know it's not a short, and it actually started to turn, so Here you go. Let's plug it into the kilowatt. The kilowatt. Look at that. She's spinning like a champ. Wow, look at that thing go. Jeez. Woo! I can't believe it worked. You know, this one again gives a lot of air. A lot of air comes out of. Alright, that one's 50 watts. Just about 50 watts. Very cool. You know, I can't imagine how old the switch works. Let's put a little dab of Earl on that too. Really should be taken completely apart. This one has a much larger shaft. But I would assume this would be, if anything, you know, this is where the Earl would be needed. You get it, the Earl? You like that? I don't actually say Earl, I say oil. I think I said turlet in a video, and somebody made a comment, asked me where I was from, because I said turlet, but I'm just kidding. Although, the older folks, which I am an older folk as well, but older than me even, back east would say turlet and Earl. That's why I'm saying it. I'm just joking anyway. This one's still kind of stiff. This one's got a weird feeling to it. Oh, actually it's freeing up now. I was saying I'll pull that back off again and we'll put a little dab of Earl in the, let me see, make sure we're in the picture. The picture. That's another thing, the picture. Well, picture, that's how they say it back east. They say picture. Look, make sure you make a nice picture. Well, when they're talking about televisions, they say, oh, that television's got a nice picture. Just, oh, look at that, it's bent. We're going to have to fix that bend. You know what? I thought we can get to it, but it doesn't look like we can get to it easy. Although we could probably take a few screws out and oil that, this, whatever you call that box. Boy, it really could use a cleaning. It's probably just making a mess, putting oil and everything. But let's do it anyway. Maybe it'll speed it up a little bit. Okay, inside here there's a... We're just wasting cheap oil. Yeah, let's just put the cover back on. Let's just put the cover back on. Let's run it for a minute. Try to... Is it straight on there? Come on, get in there. There you go. There you go. I was going to say something derogatory, but I won't. Something about, you know, finding the hole and hair and stuff. You know, I won't get into that. I won't say it. Some people may find that distasteful. I like to joke around, and some people don't like that. Especially my kids. They think I'm too old to be joking around. Alright, anyway. Okay, you know what? It's definitely a lot freer. Freer! Woo! Look at that. Can you stop the, I don't know if you can stop the oscillating. Can you? I don't know. She's working though. It's a little noisy, but let's get that picture. Let's get a better picture. Again, you could really get your hand in there and really kind of damage your knuckles. Let's see if we can bend that. Let's see if we can actually bend this piece straight. See, it's bent right there. Must have taken a tumble. I'll pull it. Oh, and it'll probably what do you call it? Snap off. We don't want it to snap off. It's really not in the way of anything, but we could lean onto that one, just bend that one in and have this one straight. That's a pretty tough piece of metal, I have to say. I can't get a good angle with the camera in front of me here to yank on it. Let's see, hold on. Let's pull it closer. Yeah, it's a little better. Almost. Oh, that's fine. All right, look at that. We got a little Earl on the blade. You probably Bet you we could wipe that blade. Does this cover? Yeah, it does. It's got a couple of nuts, and you could take the blade off. I guess it's more important that the blade is not bent. Do I have any cleaning here? Let's see. Let's try to wipe it off. Make it look a little nicer. She's so big. Oh, man. Oh, let's see if... who makes this? Oh, Robbins and Myers. The Robbins and Myers. I wonder why these were sold. The Robbins and Myers. She's a good-looking unit. Oops. Oops. She sure is a good-looking unit. Just kind of get the... I saturated that first piece of cloth with paper, actually, with the Windex. I like to get that piece in the middle shiny. I like shiny. It'd be nice if it was shiny. This blade's kind of thin, though. It's not nothing really substantial, but it's got the cord out of the shroud. Is that what they call it? A shroud? All right. Let's see. Let's turn it back on. Yeah, that can't be too good. That can't be too good. See, I loosened the nuts because I was yanking on it, so I loosened the nuts. So, if I really wanted to, I'd tighten the nuts, which is what we're going to do. I have a... Let's see. Let's get that tight. Let's at least get them. Yeah. I have some cheap, let's see, I think I got some cheap wrenches right here. What size do you think that is? Who knows, who knows. It's definitely not metric. What do you think? Let's see, is it one of these two? No, it's bigger than that even, look at that. Let's see, is it that one? Yeah, it's bigger than, oh, these are metric, that's why. I didn't realize these were metric. Let's see. 11/32, I doubt it. Maybe 3/8, maybe. Let's see, is it? Yep, 3/8. 3/8 fits like a champ. As if we were putting OJ's glove on his hand. That's how well it fits. It fits as well as OJ's glove. This one probably work out a little better from this side. Yeah. Yep, we bent it and we made the nuts a little loose. Let's see. This has got to be the boringest video I've made so far, but whatever, we're still going to post it. Woo, look at that. There you go. Let's plug the other one in next to it. Where is it? Let's see. This is the, what was that one? The Handy Breeze. The Handy Breeze and the Robbins and Myers. Let's get the garbage out of the way so we got a better picture. A better picture. We need a better picture. You know what I mean? There you go. There you go, look at that. They're both working. You got two beautiful fans and they're both working. This one also is let's see, is that yeah, it's oscillating as well. May need a little bit of Earl. What do you think, guys? What do you, and girls, what do you think? Are these things worthy of anything? They work. they work. Alright, well, I don't know if you can hear all the wind coming off these, but thanks for watching. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It gave me a few minutes of pleasure here. I'll try to grab something that's more interesting next time. But until then, stay safe, be good, and see you later. Bye-bye.